शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अगजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां श्रीहयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रीहयग्रीवमूर्तये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। उमाकोमलहस्ताब्जसम्भावितललाटकं हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्रजं। வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு ஹரஹரோஹரா. லோகவீரியம் மகாபூஜ்யம் சர்வரக்ஷாகரம் விபும் பார்வதி ஹிருதயானந்தம் சாஸ்தாரம் பிரணமாம்யஹம். சுவாமியே சரணமையப்பா. வாகர்த்தாவிவ சம்பிருக்தௌ வாகர்த்த பிரதிபத்தயே जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। श्री पार्वती परमेश्वराभ्यां नमः। कोमलं कूजयन् वेणुं श्यामलोऽयं कुमारकः वेदवेद्यं परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खकौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। कृष्णो रक्षतु मां चराचर गुरुः कृष्णं नमस्ये सदा। कृष्णेनैव सुरक्षितो अहमसकृत् कृष्णाय दत्तं मनः। कृष्णादेव समुद्भवो मम विभो कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहं। कृष्णे भक्तिरचञ्चलास्तु भगवन् हे कृष्ण तुभ्यं नमः। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं नम्राणां सन्निधत्ते सततमपि पुरस्तैरणभ्यर्थितानपि अर्थान् कामानजस्रं वितरति परमानन्दसान्द्रां गतिं च। इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं शक्रवाटी ध्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमर्त्यव्रजोऽयं। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं श्रीभट्टपादम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। वंशीविभूषितकरात् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्बफलादरोष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। കൈരണ്ടും കൂപ്പി ഞാൻ വീണ്ടുമീറക്കുന്നു നീരജലോചന നിന്നോടായി. ഏതീനു മഞ്ഞനെ കുമ്പിടേണ്ടാത്തോരു രീതിയിൽ നീ എന്നെ പാലിക്കെന്നായി. കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Although it's a holiday, I know everybody is busy with the holiday stuff as well. So yeah, today should be a quick class. We'll just do a review of 28 and 41, right? And then we'll finish off 42, half, and 43. So we should get done earlier. Yes, we will. So Ramya and Vijaya, can you all do the 28 and 41?
Sure. I can do 41, Rajesh. That's okay.
Yeah, 28 Pandrela.
I prepared for 41. Okay, 28. Okay. I will try.
If you want to do it, I'll have somebody else do it. So, Srividya, if you're
I
able to
prepared
28.
more for 41. So.
Okay. Srividya, நீங்க 28 பண்ண முடியுமா?
23 தானே?
28.
23 இல்லையா?
28. 20. Oh, sorry, 23. Yeah, 23. No,
Yeah, அதுதான் நினைச்சேன். Okay, 28.
23.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, so you do 23, and Ramya and Vijay, you both split 41, okay?
Okay.
You go ahead, Srividya, you can start 23. Srividya, mute இருக்கு. Srividya?
Yes, yeah, give me 1 second, please. Dasakam 23, Raksha Charitam, Chitraketu Upakyanam cha. Prachedasastu Bhagavan Naparohi Dakshaha Dvatsevanam Vedidasarga Vivritti Kamaha Abhirbhabhuvida Tada lasat Ashtapahuhu Tasmai Varam Taditadam Savadum Asiknim Tasyat Majas Vayudamisa Sahasram Srinaradasya Vasada Davamargamabuhu Naigatravasam Mrishaye cha Mumocha Shapam Bhaktottamas Vrishir Anugrahameva mene Sashashtyathado Duhitrabis Srijadah Kulauhan Dauhitra Sunurata Tatasya Savishvarupaha Dvastotra Varmita Majha
Ajapayat Indramajau.
Ajapaya Indra Majau Devat Vidhiya Mahima Kalu Sarva Jaitraha Prakshurasena Vishaye Kila Chitrakeduhu Putragrahi Nribadir Angirasa Prabhavat Lapvaiga Putramada Tatrahate Sabatni Sangaihi Amuhyatavasastava Mayayasau Tam Naradastu Samamangira Sadhyaluhu Samprapya Thavadu Padarsya
Tavat Upadarshya.
Tavat Upadarshya Sudasya Jivam Kasyasmi Putra Ididasya Kira Vimoham Bhaktvad Vadarshana Vidau Nripadim Nyayungda Stotram Chamandramapi Narada Thodalaptva Doshaya Sheshavabusho Nanudhe Tabasyan Vidyataradi Bharidam सहि सप्तरात्रे लप्त्वाप्यकुण्ड मदिर् अन्वभजत् भवन्तम् तस्मै मृणालधवनेन सहस्रशीर्ष्णा रूपेण भक्त नुदिसित घनावृतेन भवन्न चिरधो नुदिभिः प्रसन्नो तत्त्वास्म तत्त्वम् अनुगृह्य तिरोधदादा.
Yeah, and the fourth line, first word, there's no is sound, it's Dattvatma.
Tattvatma, okay.
Yeah.
तद्भक्तमौलिरत शोभिच लक्षलक्षं वर्षाणि हर्षुल मना भुवनेषु कामं सङ्घापयन् गुणगणं तव सुन्दरीभिः सङ्गागिरेदरहितो ललितं चचार अत्यन्तसङ्गविलयाय भवत् प्रणुन्नो नूनं च गिरिमाप्य महत् समाजे निश्चङ्गभङ्गकृत वल्लभ अङ्गजारिं तं चङ्घरं परिहसन्नु मयाभिषेपे.
Second line in the middle, Rupya Girimapya. You said, I think, something else. Noonam sa Rupya. Okay.
Noonam sa Rupya.
Rupya.
Okay. निशं ब्रह्मस् भयमयाचित शापमोक्षो वृत्रासुर बहुभगम्य सुरेन्द्रयोधी भक्त्यात्म तत्त्ववगत नैशमरे विचित्रं शत्रोरभि ब्रह्म वास्य कथ पदं ते तत्सेवनेन तिदिरिन्द्र वधोत्यधापि तान् प्रत्युधेन्द्र सुहृदो मरुदो विलेपे दुष्टाशये शुभदैव भवन्निषेवा त्वमवमां पवनालये श्री कृष्णाय प्रभुमने नमः.
Only if you can do the.
Ninga first half or not first half?
Either way, it's okay.
You can do it, yeah. You start, yeah.
Okay. I will start. Okay. Dasakam 41. Vrajeshwara isha shauri vacho nishamya samavrajan dhvani bhita chetaha nishpishta nishesha tarum nirikshay kanchit padhartam sharanam gatastvam nishamya gopi vachanadudantam sarvepi gopha bhaya visamya yandaha त्वत्पातितं घोर पिशाश्च देहुं विधूरेत कुटारकृतं त्वत्पीतपूतस्तनतच्छरीरात् समुच्चलन् उच्चतरो हि धूमः शङ्कम् अधात आघ्रवक्किमेषः किं चान्दनो गौलुगुलोवते वेति गौलगुलो वो
One,
Veti.
you can't break it up. You have to say the whole thing together. Gaul gula bota veti.
Gaulgulo Vadaveti. Madanga Sangasya Phalam Nadhure Ksharena Tavad Bhavatamapi Syat Ityulapan Vallavatallajebhyah Tvam Putanamatanudha Sugandhim Chitram Pishash Chayana Hata Kumaraha Chitram Puraivagadi Shaurinedham Iti Prashamsam Kila Gopaloko Bhavan Mukhalokarase Nyamangashi
Nyamangshit.
Nyamangshi.
Switch there.
दिने दिने प्रतिवृद्धलक्ष्मीः अक्षीणमाङ्गल्यशतो व्रजोऽयं भवन्निवासादैवासुदेव प्रमोदसान्द्रः परितो विरेजे गृहेषु ते कोमलरूपहासमितः कथा सङ्कुलिताः कमन्यः वृत्त्येषु कृत्येषु भवन्निरीक्षा समागताः प्रत्यहमतयन्नन्दन् अहो कुमारो मयि दत्तदृष्टिः स्मितं कृतं मां प्रतिवत्सकेन यह्येहि मामित्युपसार्यपाणि त्वयि किं न कृतं वधूभिः
On the third line, ehi.
येहेहि मामित्युपसार्यपाणि त्वयि किं न कृतं वधूभिः भवद्वपुः स्पर्शन कौतुकेन करात्करं गोपवधूजनेन नीतस्त्वमाताम्रसरोजमाला व्यालम्बिलोलम्बतुलामलासीः निपाययन्ति स्तनमङ्गं त्वां विलोकयन्ति वदनं हसन्ति दशां यशोदा कतमां न भेजे स तादृशाः पाहि हरे गदान्माम् श्रीकृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे
All right, so let's continue from Dasakam 42. I think we're starting from stanza 6, right? So, Padmagaru, you can be a student today. Shanti, you can be a student first half, okay? Okay, stanza 6. Kumarakasya payodhararthinah prarodane lolapadaambujahatam maya drishtamano viparyagat itishate palaka balaka jaguhu. So where we had kind of left last time was, I think that was the time Krishna was turning 3 months, so he was beginning to flip over, right? So they were celebrating as a big ceremony because that was a transition time. And then, so at that time, Yashoda had just fed Krishna and she had left him along with a few boys to take care. And Krishna had gone to sleep. So supposedly she's left him next to a cart. So at the time, suddenly they all heard a noise as if the cart completely got shattered, right? So all the axles and the wheels all got separated, and all the vessels and everything that kept on the cart kind of fell on the ground, creating a lot of noise. So all of these people start running towards the place and start wondering, how did this happen, right? Did something come from the top? How did the entire cart get shattered? So as they were all wondering, the boys who were all situated there, who were taking care of Krishna, young boys, Gopa boys who were there, so they said, we saw what happened. You saw Krishna was, sleeping. Then suddenly he woke up crying, maybe because he was hungry. And then his feet touched the cart. And that's what broke, that's what shattered the cart. And says, we all saw it. You may not believe it, but they say, we all saw it. So when the boys say that, they said, Maya Drishtam, we all saw it. That's what they're saying here. So Kumara Kasyasya Payo Dhararthinaha, Prarodane Lola Padambu Jahatam. Pada Ambuj, which your feet, which are so small, 3-month-old baby feet, which is like a lotus, even just that touched the cart. They say we saw that touching the cart. Maya drishtamano viparyagat. So the di that is there, we're going to break it. First put the it, viparyagat, comma. Next word starts with the e. Itisha te palaka balaka jaguhu. Kumarakasyasya payodharartinah prarodane lolapadaambujahatam maya drishtamano viparyagat itishate palaka balaka jaguhu.
Sorry.
Yeah,
कुमारकस्यास्य पयोधराधिनः प्ररोदने लोलपदाम्बुजाहतं मया दृष्टमनो विपर्यगात् इतीशते पालकबालका जगुः कुमारकस्यास्य पयोधराधिनः प्ररोदने लोलपदाम्बुजाहतं मया दृष्टमनो विपर्यगात् इतीशते पालकबालका जगुः
कुमारकस्यास्य भयोधरातितनः प्ररोदने लोलपदाम्बुजाहतं मया दृष्टमनो विपर्यगात् इतीशते पालकबालका जगुः कुमारकस्यास्य भयोधरातिनः प्ररोदने लोलपदाम्बुजाहतं मया दृष्टमनो विपर्यगात् इतीशते पालकबालका जगुः.
Stanza 7. भिया तदा किञ्चिदजानतामिदं कुमारकाणाम् अतिदुर्घटं वचः भवत्प्रभावा विदुरैरितीरितं मनागिवाशङ्क्यत दृष्टपूतनैः. So just like it happens, when small kids say something, everybody says, so that's impossible, right? The small kids are saying, we saw Krishna touch that cart and the entire cart came shattering down. So everybody says that is impossible. It was like a 3-month-old baby, 3-month-old baby touching this and nothing is going to be happening. So they said, yeah, we saw it. He was crying. He moved his legs. Then it, the entire thing came falling down. So nobody believes. And, the boys are always witnessing everything that happens with Krishna, right? So whether it be with the Sakatasura or whether it's later on, the Pralambasura, we're going to see, and of course, Kali and Arjuna, all of this, the boys witness what's happening, but nobody else believes it. So everybody here says that is impossible and none of the Gopas or the Gopikas believe it. However, there are a small portion of people who saw what happened with Putana. So that's what he's referencing, is saying the people who saw what happened with Putana have a small suspicion that, but this boy, maybe there's something in this boy. We can't just ignore completely, but majority of them dismiss what the boys say. Biya tada kinchit ajanatamidam. If you want to break that, da kinchid ajanatamidam, comma, kumarakanam ati durghatam vachaha bhavat prabhava vidurair itiritam. If you want to break it, vidurair itiritam, comma, managi vashankyata. So that word you cannot break it. Managi vashankyata drishta putanaihi. Biya tada kinchidajanatamidam kumarakanam atidurghatam vachaha bhavat prabhava vidurairiritiritam managiva shankyata drishta putanaihi.
धिया तदा किञ्चिदजानतामिदं कुमारकाणामतिदुर्घटं वचः भवत्प्रभावा विदुरैरितीरितं मनागिवा शङ्क्यत दुष्टपूतनैः धिया तदा किञ्चिदजानतामिदं कुमारकाणामतिदुर्घटं वचः भवत्प्रभावा विदुरैरितीरितं मनागिवा शङ्क्यत दृष्टपूतनैः.
बिया ददा किञ्चित् जानतामिदं कुमारगाणाम् अधिदुर्घटं वचक भवत्प्रभावा विदुरैरितीरितं मनागिवा सङ्क्यत दृष्टपूतनैः. बिया ददा किञ्चित् जानतामिदं कुमारगाणामधिदुर्घटं वचक भवत्प्रभावावितुरैरितीरितं मनागिवासङ्ख्यतदृष्टबोधनैः.
That's it. प्रवालताम्रं किमिदं पदं क्षतं सरोजरम्यौ नुकरौ विरोजितौ इति प्रसर्पत्करुणातरङ्गिताः त्वदङ्गमापस्पृशुरङ्गना जनाः. So then, just after that, the Gopikas then lift Krishna and say, Pravala Tamram, this is like the feet are so tender. It is like a small leaf that is the size of the feet. So it's a pinkish color feet. So such a small pink color, tender leaves like feet. Or, it is like the Saroja Ramya, the hands which are so beautiful like a small lotus petal. How can these small body parts go and break open a cart, or break a cart apart, right? So they think that is all impossible, but very small baby, poor baby, it's gotten hurt, but luckily nothing has happened. So they all lift Krishna up, and then they start caressing his body, right? They start, making sure nothing happened to the baby. And of course, the standard Yashoda then decides it's time to feed the baby, because baby, they probably woke up, right? Half hungry or something. So Yashoda starts feeding the baby. Pravala Tamram Kimidam Padam Kshatam, Saroja Ramyau Nukarau Virojitau Iti Prasarpat Karuna Tarangitaha. So that is there, you remove it, put a visarga comma, Tarangitaha. Twadangam Apasprishur Angana Janaha, if you want to break it. So Angana Janaha are the women folks. Twadangam is your bodies. Apasprishur means just stroking it. So those are the three words in there. Pravalatamram kimidam padam kshatam sarojaramyau nukarau virojitau iti prasarpat karunatarangitaha twadangamapasprushur angana janaha.
प्रवालताम्रं किमिदं पदं क्षतं सरोजरं रम्यौनु करौ विरोजितौ इति प्रसर्पत्करुणातरङ्गिताः त्वदङ्गमापस्पृशु रङ्गजनानाः.
You can break that, Padmagaru. Twadangamapasprushur angana janaha.
प्रवालताम्रं किमिदं पदं क्षतं सरोजरं रम्यौनु करौ विरोजितौ इति प्रसर्पत्करुणातरङ्गिताः त्वदङ्गमास्पृशुर् अङ्गनाजनाः.
प्रवालताम्रं किमिदं पदं क्षतं सरोजरम्यौनुकरौ विरोजितौ इति प्रसर्पत्करुणादरङ्गिताः त्वदङ्गम् आपस्पृशुरङ्गना जनाः. प्रवालताम्रं किमिदं पदं क्षतं सरोजरम्यौनुकरौ विरोजितौ इति प्रसर्पत्करुणादरङ्गिताः त्वदङ्गम् आपस्पृशुरङ्गना जनाः.
That's a nice. Aye sutam dehi jagatpate kripa tarangapatat paripada madhyame iti sma sangrihya pita twadangakam muhur muhushlishyati jata kantakaha. So, like every time this happens, this is a standard pattern I've noticed. And I'm not trying to say anything about gender or anything. It is always Yashoda who will go first and Nandagopa will always come second. Every time that's what happens. Even here, Nandagopa is coming second. He comes only later. Maybe because he was busy with the puja or something. Anyway, so he comes later and then he comes and then he takes, grabs Krishna up and says, my baby has been saved because of the grace of God of Almighty. Nothing has happened to the baby. Right, and then he takes, and then all the priests were still waiting. They were all going to do the ceremony today because of that 3rd and 4th month puja was going on. So they make sure that the puja gets completed fully, and then the priests are well fed and all of that stuff. So they make sure that nothing happens, but they embraced you again and again, right? And they felt so happy embracing that nothing happened to you, and they continue to thank you, Hari, to make sure that nothing happens to you as well. Aye sutam dehi Jagatpatehe, put the ih sound. Jagatpateh kripa, and then put a plus. Taranga patat paripatam adhyame. That so those two lines go together. Iti sma sangrihya pita twadangakam, comma. Muhur muhuhu is there, put a ish. Muhur muhush shlishyati jata kantakaha. Ahe sutam dehi jagatpate kripa tarangapatat paripata madhyame itisma sangrihya pita twadangakam muhur muhushlishyati jata kantakaha.
अये सुतं देहि जगत्पतेः कृपातरङ्गपातात् परिपातमद्य मे इति स्म सङ्गृह्य पिता त्वदङ्गकं मुहुर्मुहुश्लिष्यति जातकण्टकः.
Padma Garu, that Jagatpatehe becomes a Jagatpateh
पतेः
Pateh Kripa.
पतेः ओके पतेः. अये सुतं देहि जगत्पतेः कृपातरङ्गपातात् परिपात मध्यमे इति स्म सङ्गृह्य पिता त्वदङ्गकं मुहुर्मुहुश्लिष्यति जातकण्टकः.
अये सुदं देहि जगत्पतेः कृपातरङ्गपादात् परिपाद्मद्यमे इति स्म सङ्गृह्य पिता त्वदङ्गहं मुहुर्मुहुश्लिष्यति जातकण्डक
Kantakaha.
कण्डकः.
Shanti, in the middle and the first line, like Kripa is the middle, okay?
Okay.
So when you're saying it, right, on the middle, you are saying it at Jagatpate, and then you are saying, but it's okay, it'll land properly if you break it at Kripa.
Okay. अये सुदं देहि जगत्पदे कृपातरङ्गपादात् परिपादमध्यमे इति स्म सङ्गृह्य पिता त्वदङ्गकं मुहुर्मुहुश्लिष्यति जातकण्डकः.
Even now you said that, but it's okay. So slight correction will be Aye sutam dehi jagatpate kripa tarangapatat paripata madhyame. All of that. Just to break it at the, after that kripa, okay? Yes, that's a 10. Anu nilina kilahantumagataha surarirevam bhavata vihimsitaha rajopi no drishtamamushyatat katam sa shuddha sattve tvayilina vandhruvam. So after they, they bath Krishna with some special herbs and everything, and then the ceremony gets completed. So the question it comes is the Asura, the Sakata Asura who came in the form of a cart. Sakatam means cart. So the Asura who came in the form of a cart, there was no trace. So when Putana was killed, they saw that Ghoram Pishachya Nahataka, they saw that Ghoram body. And similarly, next one, Trinavarta also, they're going to see it. But here somehow there was no sight of Asura, nothing was visible. So they say that's maybe because this Asura who was pure, was full Rajoguna, who came to get rid of Krishna. The moment Krishna's feet touched, maybe he completely merged into Krishna and became Sattva-guna. So there was no trace of an Asura, or nothing was ever found. So nobody knew that there was an Asura like this who came. But this Trinavarta, Sakatasura, Putana, Pralambasura, everybody who come are all Kamsa's emissaries who anyway come to end up killing Krishna, right? Who try to. Ano Nilinaha, put a ich sound, ano nilina kila hantumagataha, comma, surari revam bhavata vihimsitaha, rajopi no drishtam amushya, if you want to break it, drishtam amushya tat katam, comma, sa shuddha sattve tvayi linavan dhruvam. Ano nilina kila hantumagataha, surarirevam bhavata vihimsitaha, rajopi no drishtamammushya tat katham sashuddha sattve tvayi linavan dhruvam.
अनो निलीनः किल हन्तुमागतः सुरारिरेवं भवता विहिंसितः रजोऽपि नो दृष्टममुष्य तत्कथं सशुद्धसत्त्वे त्वयि लीनवान् ध्रुवम्. अनो निलीनः किल हन्तुमागतः सुरारिरेवं भवता विहिंसितः रजोऽपि नो दृष्टममुष्य तत्कथं सशुद्धसत्त्वे त्वयि लीनवान् ध्रुवम्
अनुनिलीनः किल हन्तु मागतः सुरारिरेवं भवता विहिंसितः रजोभिनो दृष्टम् अमुष्य तद्गतं सशुद्धसत्त्वे त्वयि लीनवान् ध्रुवम् अनोर्निलीनः किल हन्तु मागतः सुरारिरेवं भवता विहिंसितः रजोभिनो दृष्टम् अमुष्य तद्गतं सशुद्धसत्त्वे त्वयि लीनवान् ध्रुवम्.
Stanza 11. प्रपूजितैस्तत्र ततो द्विचादिभिः विशेषतो लम्भितमङ्गलाशिषः व्रजं निजैर्बाल्यरसैर्विमोहयन् मरुत्पुराधीशरुजां जहीहि मे. So, all the Brahmin priests who came, they finished the work, they blessed Krishna, right? So, he got all the blessings. And then after that, it says, no, Krishna, what all did you not do to keep the Gopas and the Gopikas engaged and happy at various ages, right? Krishna was there only till he was 11 years old, right? In Vrindavan and Gokulam. So anyway, this is the first few months, it's a different kind of enjoyment. So with that, you always kept the Gopas and the Gopikas captivated always by the various acts you did as a child. O Marutpuradisha, O Lord of Guru, please eradicate all of my suffering. Prapujitais tatra tato dvijatibihi. So dvijatibihi, put a visarga there and comma. Next line on the visheshato, there is a ir, so that goes away. Visheshato lambita mangalashishaha brajam nijair bhalya rasair vimohayan, various acts as a child, comma, marutpuradhisha rujam jahihime. प्रपूजितैस्तत्र ततो द्विजातिभिः विशेषतो लम्भितमङ्गलाशिषः व्रजं निजैर्बाल्यरसैर्विमोहयन् मरुत्पुराधीशरुजां जहीहि मे.
प्रजाजितैस्तत्र ततो द्विजातिभिः विशेषतो लम्भितमङ्गलाशिषः व्रजं निजैर्बाल्यरसैर्विमोहयन् मरुत्पुराधीशरुजां जहीहि मे. प्रजाजितैस्तत्र ततो प्रपूजितैस्तत्र ततो द्विजातिभिः विशेषतो लम्भितमङ्गलाशिषः व्रजं निजैर्बाल्यरसैर्विमोहयन् मरुत्पुराधीशरुजां जहीहि मे.
प्रभुजितैस्तत्र तदोद्विजादिभिः विशेषदो लम्बितमङ्गलाशिषः व्रजन्निजैर्बाल्यरसैर्विमोहयन् मरुत्पुराधीशरुजां जहीहि मे. प्रभुजितैस्तत्र द्विजादिभिः विशेषदो लम्बितमङ्गलाशिषः व्रजन्निजैर्बाल्यरसैर्विमोहयन् मरुत्पुराधीशरुजां जहीहि मे.
Brahmane Namaha. Yeah, that Dvija is referring to the people who are second, 2 times born, which are referring to the Brahmins. Because when you do the Upanayanam, it's saying that you're born again for the second time is your birth. So that's why they call Dvija. Okay, so Dashakam 43 is Trinavartha Vadavarnanam. It's also a very small chapter only. So stanza 1. Twame kada gurumarut puranata bodhum गाढाधिरूढगरिमानमपारयन्ति माता निधाय शयने किमिदं भतेति ध्यायन्त्यचेष्टतगृहेषु निविष्टशङ्का. So now we're going to fast forward. So in the previous Dashakam, Krishna was around 3 months old, right? That was when he was flipping over. So now Krishna is about a year, right? So that's what his age is when this incident is happening. So one day, he's always with Yashoda, right? So Yashoda was putting, Krishna on her lap or sitting and feeding Krishna. suddenly she felt that Krishna was becoming very heavy all of a sudden, right? Which is very unusual because his weight seems to have increased, that she could no longer bear his weight. So what Yashoda, she said probably something is wrong, right? So what she does is, she puts him away, and then she starts thinking, because these are all cowherd people, so they don't have much knowledge, right? And so she starts wondering, suddenly if Krishna is feeling so heavy, then something is wrong. Maybe there is like a bad omen or something that is happening, and they all remember what happened when Putana came and Sakatasura have all these things happened. So she was getting very worried, and then she starts praying to you. She decides that she's going to call some of the priests to do something, maybe because a child is turning 1 year, I have to do some puja. And she also continues to, more importantly, worship you. Dhyayanti. They starts thinking about you, O Lord, which is Narayana, to take care of you, because she feels something is wrong with the baby, that the baby is suddenly becoming so heavy today. So, Swamekada Guru Marut Puranatha Vodhum, Gadhadi Rudha Garimanam Aparayanti Mata Nidhaya Shayane Kimidam Bateti, Dhyayantya Cheshtata. You can't break it. So Dhyayantya Cheshtata Griheshu Nivishta Shanka. And then she went off to do her regular chores. Swame kada gurumarut puranata bodhum गाढाधिरूढगरिमाणमपारयन्ती माता निधाय शयने किमिदं बतेति ध्यायन्त्यचेष्टत गृहेषु निविष्टशङ्का.
स्वामे कदा गुरुमरुत्पुरनाथवोढुम् गूढाधिरूढगरिमाण गाढाधिरूढगरिमाणमपारयन्ती माता निधाय शयने किमिदं बतेति ध्यायन्त्यचेष्टत गृहेषु विविष्टशङ्का. त्वामे कदा गुरुमरुत्पुरनाथवोढुम् गाढाधिरूढगरिमाणमपारयन्ती माता निधाय शयने किमिदं बतेति ध्यायन्त्यचेष्टत गृहेषु विविष्टशङ्का.
त्वामे गता गुरुमरुत्पुरनादवोढुं गाढाधिरूढगरिमाणं पारयन्ति माता निधाय शयने किमिदं बदेति ध्यायन्त्यचेष्टत गृहेषु निविष्टशङ्का. द्वामे गता गुरुमरुत्पुरनादवोढुं गाढाधिरूढकरिमाणम् अभारयन्ति मादा निधाय शयने किमिदं बदेति ध्यायन्त्यचेष्टत गृहेषु निविष्टशङ्का.
Answer 2. Tavad vidhuramupakernita ghora ghosha vyajrumbipamsu patali paripuritashaha Vatyavapusakila Daityavarastrinavartakyo Jahara Janamana Saharinam Tvam. So at the time when Yashoda just left Krishna, Krishna was sitting on the ground because he's 1 year old now, right? So there is another Asura called Trinavartha who could take any form he wants. So this Trinavartha comes in the form of a whirlwind, like a tornado, right? So he's also one of Kamsa's emissaries who's come. So he's come in the form of a tornado. And when you come in the form of a tornado, the entire area, as he's approaching Gokulam, that entire area was filled with thick dust because, the tornado stirs up all the dust from the ground, right? And they also started hearing this loud sound which was beginning to approach that entire area, which is kind of indicating that he's actually coming. So it says, Krishna, you who is Janamanasa Harinam, you who steals the heart of everybody else, that Trinavarta comes and steals you. Steals you means that whirlwind is coming and it's taking Krishna away, right? Because Krishna was probably sitting outside, right? So all this noise is coming. Suddenly this whirlwind comes and then it just grabs Krishna and then Krishna goes into the whirlwind. Tavad Viduram Upakarnita Ghora Ghosha, and then put a plus, Vyajrumbi Pamsu Patali Paripuritashaha. So both of those lines are together. Vatya Vapus Sakila Daitya Varas, and then you again put a plus at the end of that line. Trinavartakyo. So you have to say to Trinavarta. Remember that word, Trinavartha. That's the name of the asura. So Trinavartakyo Jahara Janamanasa Harinam Tvam. Tavat Vidhuram Upakarnita Ghora Ghosha Vyajrum Vipamsu Patali Paripuritashaha Vatya Vapussakila Daitya Varastrinavartakyo Jahara Janamanasa Harinam Tvam.
तावद्विदूरमुपकर्णितघोरघोषा व्याजुं विपांसु पटली परिपूरिताशः वात्या वपुस्सकिल दैत्य वरुस्तृणावर्ताख्यो जहारवनमान सहारिणं त्वाम्
Last line Padma Garu Janamanasa.
यहार
Janamanasa.
जनमानसः हारिणं त्वाम् तावद्विदूरमुपकर्णितघोरघोषव्याजुः पिपांसु पटली परिपूरिताशः वात्या वपुस्सकिल दैत्य वरस्तृणावत्थाप्यो उज्जहार जनमानसहारिणं त्वम्
Tvam.
हारिणं त्वाम्
तावत् विदूरम् उपकर्णितघोरघोषव्याजृम्बिभांसु पडली परिपूरितासः वाद्या वपुस्सकिल दैत्यवरस्त्रिणावर्ताख्यो जहार जनमानसहारिणं त्वाम् तावत् विदूरम् उपकर्णितघोरघोषव्याजृम्बिभांसु पडली परिपूरितासः वाद्या वपुस्सकिल दैत्यवरस्त्रिणावर्ताख्यो जहार जनमानसहारिणं त्वाम्.
Okay, we'll switch halfway. Vasanta Garu, you can be student. Radha Garu, you can be student. Okay. Stanza 3. Uddhamapamsu timirahat drishtipate drashtum kimapyakushale pashupalaloke ha balakasya kimiti tvadupantamapta mata bhavantamavillokya brisham ruroda. So of course, when a tornado kind of thing comes and it stirs up all the dust and the sand and everything there, then of course the entire place becomes very dark. So of course it covers everybody's vision. So everyone who was outside was all kind of running here and there because they could not see what was happening. It was complete darkness out there. And also the noise that it was generating, the vibration which was coming from the tornado itself was very fearful sound that was coming up. So people could not see where they were. They were all getting very disillusioned and disturbed, right? So when nobody could see anything and nobody knew where anyone else was, only Yashoda knew at the time where she had left the baby, right? And even she could not see anything because of the dust that was coming up, but she directionally knew where she had left Krishna. So she immediately goes there and looking for Krishna in the dark because it is dark at the time there. She goes and then she looks for the baby and she cannot find Krishna there. So when she cannot find Krishna, Ruroda, Brisham Ruroda. So she starts crying because she doesn't know where Krishna is and they could not locate. Nobody is there around as well at the time because of the darkness and the sound that was also coming as well. So Uddhama Pamsu Timirahata Drishti Pate, Drashtum Kimapya Kushale Pashupala Loke Ha Balakasya Kimiti Tvad Upantamapta, if you want to break it, or you can say it together. Tvadupantamapta, Mata Bhavantam Avilokya Brisham Ruroda. Uddhamapamsu timirahata drishtipate drashtum kimapya kushale pashupala loke ha balakasya kimiti tvadupantamapta mata bhavantam avilokya brisham ruroda.
उद्दामपांसु तिमिराहतदृष्टिपाते द्रष्टुं किमप्यकुशले पशुपाललोके हा बालकस्य किमिति त्वदुपान्तमाप्ता माता भवन्तमविलोक्य भृशं रुरोद उद्दामपांसु तिमिराहतदृष्टिपाते द्रष्टुं किमप्यकुशले पशुपाललोके हा बालकस्य किमिति त्वदुपान्तमाप्ता माता भवन्तमविलोक्य भृशं रुरोद
उत्थामपांसुतिमिराहतदृष्टिपाते द्रष्टुं किमप्यकुशले पशुपाललोके हा बालकस्य किमिति त्वदुपान्तमाप्ता माता भवन्तमविलोक्य भृशं रुरोद उत्थामपांशुतिमिराहतदृष्टिपाते द्रष्टुं किमप्यकुशले पशुपाललोके हा बालकस्य किमितत्त्वदुपान्तमाप्ता माता भवन्तमविलोक्य भृशं रुरोध
And support. तावत् सदा नववरोऽपि च दीनमूर्तिः भावत्कभारपरिधारणलूनवेगः सङ्कोचमापतदनुक्षतपां सुघोषे घोषे व्यतायत भवज्जननी निनादः. So when Trinavarta took Krishna away, right, at that time, so that's why Krishna was becoming heavier in the first stanza, because Krishna started becoming heavier in size to the point where Trinavarta was not able to hold Krishna any longer. So this whirlwind which came, it started growing down, it started coming down in intensity, because he was not able to withstand Krishna's weight. So the whirlwind became weaker and weaker at that time. So when it becomes weaker, of course, the dust starts clearing up, the noise starts going down, and people can start looking at each other. So at that time, when the whirlwind subsided, all people could hear was your mother Yashoda's cries everywhere. Bhavat Janani Ninada. The cry of your mother was heard everywhere, because she was yelling, saying that, I'm not able to find Krishna where Krishna is. She's not able to see him. So that was the only sound that they were able to hear when the whirlwind subsided. Tavatsa Dhanava Varopi Cha Dina Murtihi. Put a visarga and comma. Next line on top of that bha, that ir is there, that goes away. Bhavatka Bhara Paridharana Luna Vegaha Sankochamapa Tadanu Kshata Pamsu Ghoshe, comma Ghoshe Vyatayata Bhavach Janani Ninadaha. तावत् सदा नववरोऽपि च दीनमूर्तिः भावत्कभारपरिधारणलूनवेगः सङ्कोचमापतदनुक्षतपां सुघोषे घोषे व्यतायत भवज्जननी निनादः.
तावत् सदा नववरोऽपि च दीनमूर्तिः भावत्कभारपरिधारणलूनवेगः सङ्कोचमापतदनुक्षतपां सुघोषे घोषे व्यतायत भवज्जननी निनादः. तावत् सदा नववरोऽपि च दीनमूर्तिः भावत्कभारपरिधारणलूनवेगः सङ्कोचमापतदनुक्षतपां सुघोषे घोषे व्यतायत भवज्जननी निनादः.
तावत् सदा नवरोऽपि च दीनमूर्तिः भावत्कभारपरिधारणलूनवेगः सङ्कोचमापतदनुक्षतपां सुघोषे घोषे व्यतायत भवज्जननी निनादः. तावत् सदा नववरोऽपि च दीनमूर्तिः भावत्कभारपरिधारणलूनवेगः सङ्कोचमापतदनुक्षतपां सुघोषे घोषे व्यतायत भवज्जननी निनादः.
क्रोधोपकर्णनवशादुपगम्य गेहं क्रन्दत्सु नन्दमुखघोपकुलेषु धीनः त्वां दानवस्त्वकिल मुक्तिकरं मुमुक्षुः त्वय्यप्रमुञ्चति पपात बियत्प्रदेशात्. So now when they heard this cries coming from Yashoda everywhere, like I said, always second, then Nandagopal, everybody else comes running as well. And even they all start looking. When they all start looking, they cannot find Krishna everywhere. So they all start panicking as to what has happened. So meanwhile, this Trinavarta who has carried Krishna is becoming more and more heavier. Trinavarta is not able to dispose of Krishna, right? So it is like, the beautiful explanation that is given is, once you decide to embrace Krishna, then Krishna is not going to let you go. So even though Trinavarta was trying to let go of Krishna, says Krishna, you give liberation to everybody who embraces you. So you decide that you are not going to let go of Trinavarta. So you are not able to, he's not able to let you go. Finally, not able to push Krishna off, Trinavarta then takes the form of the Asura, and then they both come and fall down. Trinavarta comes falling down from the sky, and he falls down. That happens in the next stanza, but he falls. Okay, that's what is happening. So Rodopakarnana Vashad Upagamya Geham, comma, Krandatsu Nanda Mukha Gopa Kuleshu Dinaha Twam Danavas Twakila Muktikaram Mumukshuhu. So put a visarga at the end of the line, Mumukshuhu, comma. Next line is goes away. Tvaya Pramunchati Papata Biyat Pradeshat. Akila Muktikaram, you one who gives liberation to everybody. Once you decide that somebody is embracing me, I'm going to give them liberation, you're not going to let go of them. That's what is happening to Trinavarta here. Rodhopakarnana Vashadupagamya Geham Krandat Sunanda Mukha Gopa Kuleshu Dhinah Tvam Danavastvakila Muktikaram Mumukshuhu Tvaya Pramunchati Papata Biyat Pradeshat.
रोदोपकर्णनवसादुपगम्य गेहं क्रन्दस्तु नन्दमुखगोपकुलेषु दीनः त्वां दानवस्त्वकिल मुक्तिकरं मुमुक्षुः त्वय्यप्रमुञ्चति पपातवियत्प्रदेशात् रोदोपकर्णनवशादुपगम्य गेहं क्रन्दस्तु नन्दमुखगोपकुलेषु दीनः त्वां दानवस्त्वकिल मुक्तिकरं मुमुक्षुः त्वय्यप्रमुञ्चति पपातवियत्प्रदेशात्
रोदोपकर्णनवशादुपगम्य गेहं क्रन्दत्सु नन्दमुखगोपकुलेषु दीनः त्वां दानवस्त्वखिलमुक्तिकरं मुमुक्षुः त्वय्यप्रमुञ्चति पपाति वियत्प्रदेशात् रोदोपकर्णनवशादुपगम्य गेहं क्रन्दत्सु नन्दमुखगोपकुलेषु दीनः त्वां दानवस्त्वखिलमुक्तिकरं मुमुक्षुः त्वय्यप्रमुञ्चति पपाति वियत्प्रदेशात्.
Stanza 6. Rodhakulastadanugopaganā bahishtapāṣāna prishtabhuvi dehamatistavishtam Praikshanta hanta nipatantamamushya vakshasya kshinameva cha bhavantamalam hasantam. So when they all, now the gopas, everybody who is crying, they all go running around looking for Krishna. Finally, they see a massive giant Asura's body falling from the sky and landing on a big slab of stone. They see a big Asura's body there. And then on top of that Asura's body, they see you, O Krishna, as a small baby with a bhavantam alam hasantam, with a very smiling face. So what is a baby going to do? 1-year-old baby is going to be tapping on anything that it's sitting on. So that's what they see. They see the small baby which is hitting on that Asura's chest, right? And then smiling, right? And then that's how they wonder where, they find out where Krishna is when the Asura falls down. So Rodha Kulas Tadanu Gopa Gana Bahishta, put a plus, Pashana Prishtha Bhuvi Deha Matista Vishtam. Let's do lines together. Praikshanta Hanta Nipatantam Amushya Vakshas Yakshinameva. Even those two lines together. So Vakshas Yakshinameva Cha Bhavantamalam Hasantam. Rodha Kulas Tadanugopagana Bahishthapashana Prishthabhuvi Dehamatistavishtam Praikshanta Hanta Nipatantam Vakshas Yakshinameva Cha Bhavanta Malam Hasantam.
रोदाकुलास्तदनुगोपगणा बहिष्टपाषाणपृष्ठभुवि देहमतिस्तविष्टं प्रैक्षन्त हन्त निपतन्तममुष्य वक्षस्य क्षीणमेव च भवन्तमलं हसन्तम् रोदाकुलास्तदनुगोपगणा बहिष्टपाषाणपृष्ठभुवि देहमतिस्तविष्टं प्रैक्षन्त हन्त निपतन्तममुष्य वक्षस्वक्षीणमेव च भवन्तमलं हसन्तम्.
रोदाकुलास्तदनु गोपगणा बहिष्टपाषाणपृष्ठभुवि देहमतिस्तविष्टम् प्रायक्षन्त हन्त निपतन्त ममुष्य वक्षस्यक्षेणमेव च भवन्तमलं हसन्तम् रोदाकुलास्तदनु गोपगणा बहिष्टपाषाणपृष्ठभुवि देहमतिस्तविष्टम् प्रायक्षन्त हन्त निपतन्त मुमुक्ष्य वक्षस्यक्षेणमेव च भवन्तमलं हसन्तम्.
That's a 7. घ्राव प्रपात परिपिष्ट गरिष्ठ देह भ्रष्टा सुदुष्ट धनुजो परिदृष्टहासम् आज्ञानमम्बुजकरेण भवन्तमेत्य गोपाधदुर्गिरिवरादिवनीलरत्नम्. So when this asura then comes falling down on the rock, then his entire body gets smashed. So they all, in this Gopikas, everybody rush. They see this asura who's dead. And on top of that asura, they actually see this small baby who's sitting and playing on top of the asura. So for them, when they have to go get this baby, but people are saying this as if there is Dadur Girivaradiva Neela Ratnam. If you imagine a very black mountain, and on top of that black mountain, you imagine a blue color gem, which is actually sitting there. So that's how it was, because it was a massive black colored asura, and on top of him, this blue color baby was sitting and playing. So it was as if they went and plucked the gem from the top of that mountain when they went and got Krishna out of that asura. Grava prapata paripishta garishtha deha, put a plus, brashtasu dushta danujopari drishta hasam. Agnanam ambuja karena bhavantameti. Ambuja means lotus. With a small lotus like hands, you are patting the asura. Ambuja karena bhavantametya, comma, gopa dhadur giri varadiva neela ratnam. Grava prapata paripishta garishtha deha brashta sudushta danujo paridhrishta hasam. Agnanamambujakarena bhavantametya gopa dhadur girivaradivanila-ratnam.
ग्राव प्रपात परिपिष्ट गरिष्ठ देह भ्रष्टा सुदुष्ट धनुजो परिदृष्टहासम् आघ्नानमम्बुजकरेण भवन्तमेत्य गोपादधुर्गिरिवरादिवनीलरत्नम् ग्राव प्रपात परिपिष्ट गरिष्ठ देह भ्रष्टा सुदुष्ट धनुजो परिदृष्टहासम् आघ्नानमम्बुजकरेण भवन्तमेत्य गोपाधदुर्गिरिवरादिवनीलरत्नम्
ग्रावप्रपात परिपिष्ट गरिष्ठ देहा भ्रष्टा सुदुष्ट धनुजो परिदृष्टहासम् आज्ञानमम्बुजकरेण भवन्तमेत्य गोपाददुर्गिरिवराधिवनीलरत्नम् ग्रावप्रपात परिपिष्ट गरिष्ठ देह भ्रष्टा सुदुष्ट धनुजो परिदृष्टहासम् आज्ञानमम्बुजकरेण भवन्तमेत्य गोपाददुर्गिरिवरादिवनीलरत्नम्.
That's 8. Ekaikamāshu parigriह्य निकामनन्दन् नन्दादिगोपपरिरब्ध विचुम्बिताङ्गम् आदातु कामपरिशङ्कितगोपनारी हस्ताम्बुजप्रपतितं प्रणुमो भवन्तम्. So it's the same thing which happens every single time. So when the Gopikas go pick Krishna up, and then they go give it to Yashoda, and then they all embrace Krishna, they hug Krishna, and they keep passing Krishna from one person to another. So Vichumbitangam is like to kiss, and then they are moving Krishna from one hand to another, and then everybody is embracing and very happy that nothing has happened to Krishna. So here this is Nanda, Nandan, Nanda. So they are the Nanda Gopa, and also they are being very happy that nothing has happened, right? So two Nandas coming there. So Ekaika Mashu Parigrihya Nikama, then you put a plus. Nikama Nandan Nandadi. So the next line you'll see two Nas. So one of that in will come to the first line. So Nikama Nandan Nandadi Gopa Parirabdha Vichumbithangam Adatu Kama Parishankita Gopanari, put a plus, Hastambuja Prapatitam Pranumo Bhavantam. So same comparisons used here. Last time also in 41st Bhattacharya part said, like a bee, you were jumping from one flower to another. Here also it says from each of the lotus-like hands of the gopikas, you were jumping from one person to the another because they were passing you around. एकैकमाशु परिगृह्य निकामनन्दन् नन्दादिगोपपरिरब्धविचुम्बिताङ्गम् आदातु कामपरिशङ्कितगोपनारी हस्ताम्बुजप्रपतितं प्रणुमो भवन्तम्.
एकैकमाशु परिगृह्य निकामनन्दन् नन्दादिगोपपरिरब्धविचुम्बिताङ्गम् आदातु कामपरिशङ्कितगोपनारी हस्ताम्बुजप्रपतितं प्रणुमो भवन्तम्. एकैकमासु परिगृह्य निकामनन्दन् नन्दादिगोपपरिरब्धविचुम्बिताङ्गम् आदातु कामपरिशङ्कितगोपनारी हस्ताम्बुजप्रपतितं प्रणुमो भवन्तम्.
एकैकमाशु परिगृह्य निकामनन्दन्नन्दादिगोपपरिरब्धविचुम्बिताङ्गम् आदातु कामपरिशङ्कितगोपनारी हस्ताम्बुजप्रपतितं प्रणुमो भवन्तम्. एकैकमाशु परिगृह्य निकामनन्दन्नन्दादिगोपपरिरब्धविचुम्बिताङ्गम् आदातु कामपरिशङ्कितगोपनारी हस्ताम्बुजप्रपतितं प्रणमो भवन्तम्.
That's a nine. भूयोऽपि किन्नु कृणुमः प्रणतार्तिहारी गोविन्द एव परिपालयतात् सुतं नः इत्यादि मातरपितृप्रमुखैस्तदानीं सम्प्रार्थितस्त्वदवनाय विभो त्वमेव. So Yashoda and Nanda, they pray to Narayana and Hari saying it's only because of you, it's because of all the great things we have done, right? There's a subtle message here, right? So they feel that because of all the great austerities that they have done, because of all the good charities they have done, because of all the good work they have done, their child is getting protected. So that's what they are thinking. So they are praying to the Lord saying, we are so thankful because of all the great work we have done, you're protecting our child, right? So sometimes, we think that things happen because of what we have done in the past. Sometimes things happen because that's what the Lord wants it to happen, right? That is a kind of subtle message here. But anyway, so they pray to you itself, O Hari, saying that thank you for taking care of our son, and we are very grateful for it. And then even Nandagopa again remembers what Vasudeva told him in the 40th Dasakam, saying that bad omens are going to be happening, right? And you be careful. So he keeps thinking about it, right? That all these things are happening to Krishna, but at the same time, he's also very happy that Krishna is coming out unscathed from all of these things, right? And they pray to the Lord to protect Krishna. So bhuyopi kinnu krinumaha, put a F, krinumah pranatarti hari, govinda eva paripalayatat sutam naha ityadi matara pitra pramukhaiस्तदानीं, samprartitas tvadavanaya vibho tvameva. So they pray to you for your own protection. Bhuyopi kinnu krinumah pranatartihari govinda eva paripalayatat sutam naha ityadi matara pitra pramukhaiस्तदानीं samprartitas tvadavanaya vibho tvameva.
भूयोऽपि किन्नु कृणुमः प्रणतार्तिहारी गोविन्द एव परिपालयतात् सुतं नः इत्यादि मातरपितृप्रमुखैस्तदानीं सम्प्रार्थितस्त्वदवनाय विभो त्वमेव. भूयोऽपि किन्नु कृणुमः प्रणतार्तिहारी गोविन्द एव परिपालयतात् सुतं नः इत्यादि मातरपितृप्रमुखैस्तदानीं सम्प्रार्थितस्त्वदवनाय विभो त्वमेव.
भूयोऽपि किन्नु कृणुमः प्रणतार्तिहारी गोविन्द एव परिपालयतात् सुतं नः इत्यादि मातरपितृप्रमुखैस्तदानीं सम्प्रार्थितस्त्वदवनाय विभो त्वमेव. भूयोऽपि किन्नु कृणुमः प्रणतार्तिहारी गोविन्द एव परिपालयतात् सुतं नः इत्यादि मातरपितृप्रमुखैस्तदानीं सम्प्रार्थितस्त्वधवनाय विभो त्वमेव.
That's it. वातात्मकं धनुजमेव मयि प्रधून्वह्ने वातोद्भवान् मम गदान् किमुनो धुनोषि किं वा करोमि पुनरप्यनिलालयेश निःशेषरोगशमनं मुहुरर्तये त्वाम्. So, it's an important stanza. You can mark it and keep if you want. So this one, Bhattacharya is saying, this Asura who came in the form of a whirlwind, which is like a wind oriented Asura, you were able to so easily get rid of that Asura. However, I am suffering from a disease, arthritis, which is caused from Vayu, which is caused from having excess air in the body. Why are you not able to get rid of me? So, Kimva Karomi, what else should I do for you to get rid of the disease I am having because of having air? So, this is such a small thing for you to do. You are able to get rid of Trinavarta himself, right? So, with that, Punarapya Nilalayesha, Lord of Guruvayur, please get rid of all of my ailments, internal and external. Please get rid of them very soon. Vatatmakam Danujam evam ai pradunvan. Danujam is the Asura. So Asura who's come in the form of a Vatatmakam, in the form of a wind. Pradunvan, comma. Vatod bhavan mama gadan kimu no dhunoshi, comma. Kimva karomi punarapya nilalayesha, comma. Nishesha roga shamanam muhurartaye tvam. Vatatmakam danujameva mayi pradhunvanhe Vatodbhavan mama gadan kimuno dhunoshi kim va karomi punarapya nilalayesha nishesha roga shamanam muhurartaye tvam.
वातात्मकं धनुजमेव मयि प्रधून्वन् वातोद्भवान् मम गदान् किमुनो धुनोषि किं वा करोमि पुनरप्यनिलालयेश निःशेषरोगशमनं मुहुरर्थये त्वाम्. वातात्मकं धनुजमेव मयि प्रधून्वन् वातोद्भवान् मम गदान् किमुनो धुनोषि किं वा करोमि पुनरप्यनिलालयेश निःशेषरोगशमनं मुहुरर्थये त्वाम्.
वातात्मकं धनुजमेव मयि प्रदुन्वन् वातोद्भवान् मम गदान् किमुनो धुनोषि किं वा करोमि पुनरप्यनिलालयेश निःशेषरोगशमनं मुहुरर्थये त्वाम्.
Third line, punarapya.
Punarapya, okay. वातात्मकं धनुजमेव मयि प्रदुन्वन् वातोद्भवान् मम गदान् किमुनो धुनोषि किं वा करोमि पुनरप्यनिलालयेश निःशेषरोगशमनं मुहुरर्थये त्वाम्.
नमः. In the class here today. Chandranandhavabodhatmakamanupamitam kaladeshavadibhyam nirmuktam nityamuktam nigamashatasahasrena nirbhasyamanam aspashtam drishtamatre punarurpurushartatmakam brahmatattvam tattavad bhati sakshat gurupavanapure hamta bhagyam jananam कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. Thank you everybody. You all have a great new year. See you in the next year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year to all.
Happy New Year, Rajesh garu.
Thank you.
Bye.
Happy New Year to you all, Andy.
Bye.
New Year.
Thank you.